is a relatively shiny and one that got one during the wild area. I was going to say, I think it's one that I still need, but actually do have. Yes, we have a Hatenna, but we can get another one. We do need a couple more. So tonight is actually a relatively good spotlight hour. It's the only one for this month that I'm really looking forward to. So we will chuck on an incense tonight to get those extra spawns, and then yeah, fingers crossed we will actually get ourselves a little shiniest. Just some little shiniest. Have you even nicked your balls while shaving? No, you need to go away with your nonsense ads. I don't want ads. So yeah, let's see how we go tonight. It's another warm day, so I'm glad that I only have to walk around for an hour instead of 3 hours like we did on Com Day the other day, because that was a little bit hot. Yeah, it's hopefully going to be a good spotlight hour. So let's see how we go, guys. Always get the smallest spawns that are impossible to click on. I need to snipe. Okay, it looks like I'm just going to have to catch one of these just so I can snipe that other one. We'll see how we go with my... I should take my charger with me just in case, but we should be okay. We're on 80%. That should be enough to last me the hour. Okay, there we go. Finally got the one I was trying to get to. But I have a feeling that a few people will be looking forward to this spotlight hour, given that it's a relatively new shiny. Oops. And no shiny from that first bunch. All right, there we go. That's not shiny. Yeah. All right, we should be good. Ow! Hit my knee. Ow. Alrighty, let's get going. Oh, that breeze is nice. Yeah, at least these ones are shaped in a way that you can sort of tell pretty easily which ones you haven't clicked on. Of course. Which one is the incense spawn? Of course it's this one. As long as it didn't spawn right on top of the other one, because if you're here during the Com Day stream, you would have seen that we were suffering with that basically all day. So had our incense spawns constantly spawning right on top of the other spawns. Sure, one of these just popped up, but I'm not sure which one it was. Wild Area 2025 looking good. Wait, what? Last year's Wild Area was garbage in comparison to... And I don't think they would have released any details this year's Wild Area, given that it's a joke because well, it's hard to tell with you sometimes, John. How you doing, man? Welcome in. I'm hungry. I need food. What am I going to get for dinner tonight? Choices. Hey, you applied for a new job? Nice, dude. What did you apply for? Didn't you already work at Subway? The cheese factory. My phone bug. Get off my phone. Alright, whatever. You're coming for a walk. I have a bug on my phone that's just sitting there. What type of cheese? You're answering my question about. Okay. It's just, you just said that you had applied for a new job, and I knew that Subway was so. Okay, it's hard to keep track of which you're answering to. How you doing, Dean? Welcome in. For all I know, you could have been telling me to eat a cheese. That would have been a relatively big deal. How you doing, Evolution? Good to see you. Welcome in. Also, all types of cheese you can think of, which is awesome. Only because you... But don't you eat, like, American-style cheese? Like, the really fake cheese that isn't really cheese. It's basically just melted plastic. 100% American cheese. I feel like maybe I should have put special rend on as well, but if it was a shiny that I didn't have, I would think about it, but given that I've already got one, that's fine. You promised that different types of cheese there if you get if I get it, which would be really nice and tasty. I'm going to be a line worker if I get that. Alright, nice, dude. In your little cheese factory, just manufacturing all that little cheese. There's a question for the chat. What is your favorite type of cheese? Because there is a lot of cheese. There is so much cheese. It's not until you start becoming a cheese connoisseur that you start to realize how much cheese actually exists in the world. You already have the shiny? Yes, I got one during the wild area, which is good. So still be happy if we do get another one tonight, because it's one of those ones that we need multiple for. So if we get one, cool. If not, it's no biggie, because we do have the one already in. But get it. It migrated from my phone to my finger. Can't have this. You're not even paying rent. A Hatenna shiny. Losing track of where I'm clicking. No, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Oh my god, there is a surprising amount of spawns popping up. So it's hard to keep track of which ones I've clicked on. Because they're all so close together, and because of the weather boost circle, it's just... There's a lot going on my screen right now. There's a lot. It's hard to keep track. Okay. I think that's all of them. I think that's good. I think we got them all. Plus the pay is extremely good, $20 an hour, and each day you work, you rack up vacation days and time. You can get those paid off. Hey, nice, dude. So that's the thing, in America, you're just like $20 an hour is extremely good pay, whereas that's just base rates here in Australia. Most people that are working are going to be getting paid that, if not more. Like, everything in Australia is extremely expensive though. and there is still a cost of living crisis and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, when you talk about pay rates here in Australia and like with people in other countries like America and stuff like that, they're like, wait, you guys seriously get paid? Like at my last job, I think I started at like $25 an hour or something like that, and that was as a casual worker. Back when I was doing traffic control on like a public holiday or something like that, I was getting paid like $35, $40 an hour or something. Do you think X/Twitter feeds I don't. I haven't used Twitter in years. I'm just never on there anymore. Ever since Elon Musk bought it, I've just stopped using it. I hardly used it to begin with, and then that took over, and it just turned into basically a just because of all the lack of censorship and stuff like that. It's like, hey, I'm not one for the censorship and everything, but that just took it to the extreme. It was just like, okay, there's things that need to, for a platform that people of all ages have access to, there needs to be some form of filtering going on. So yeah, I just stopped using it. Can't go opening that stuff midstream. I don't really care about the Gigantamax stuff. Gigantamax and Dynamax, I just have no interest in that system in the game because it has no use. It's like, catch these Pokemon to catch more of these Pokemon so you can catch more of these Pokemon. If you could use them in raids and stuff like that, they would have some sort of use to them, but nah. It's a very pointless system. And you get holiday pays off, which is paid as well. So is it going to be like a full-time job, or are you just going to be doing casual and stuff? Because that would make sense if you're getting like paid days off and stuff. How you doing, Stina? Welcome in. Are you guys getting paid? Are you talking about for like jobs and stuff? Of course. Why would you be working for free? That sort of defeats the purpose of having a job, does it not? Your new nibbling has been born. Hey, nice. Congratulations on your new nibbling. Catch them. I just told you, like, I don't care about the Gigantamax system, so I'm not wasting my time or my effort catching them. Elon managed Twitter is just a calamity. Yeah, that's just, yeah. The funny thing about the whole Musk situation is just like, he had to have the greatest PR team in history for him to be so well liked for so long, because everybody thought that he was just like, oh, he's the Tony Stark of the real world and he's so cool and all that sort of stuff. And then all of a sudden he just started showing who he really is, and everybody's just like, oh wait, this guy's actually like the world's biggest douchebag. Well, one of the world's biggest douchebags. He joined the party of the world's biggest douchebags, and now they're all having fun together. Good times. Yeah, it's just like the world's biggest downfall. World's greatest downfall, I should say, from popularity to just being a douche. DMAX and GMAX, new raids. Hype is real. Too straight. It really isn't, dude. In comparison to the actual raids when they drop, like Gigantamax, like nobody like really cares about them. Like they just don't have as much interest in them. Okay. Oh my god, flies. Leave me alone. Still high on that new nibbly stuff. Nah, that's good to hear. That's what you want to be. You want to be excited. Hey, you got a shiny Groudon. I wish. I mean, I do have shiny Groudon. It's like sort of my buddy here. Maybe that's something that they could do to bring back the hype into the game. Start having legendaries spawn in the wild randomly. Nah, evolution, like don't get me wrong, people are like, there is people that are interested in them, but in comparison to the raids, like when they dropped the Gigantamax series, the function in the game, I should say, it did absolutely nothing to rekindle the raid like hype and stuff around here. Our raid group didn't magically come back to life. You can see it on a physical, like there's just no interest in them in comparison to like when raids first dropped. But that's the thing, like that's just the state of the game. The hype surrounding it just wasn't enough to make the raid groups come back together, and maybe in some places it was, but in the vast majority of places it did nothing to. People just don't really care about it. Mainly because, like I said, it's a pointless system. At least with actual raid Pokemon, you can use them for other aspects of the game, like Gigantamax and Dynamax. There's no other use except just to obtain more of the same Pokemon that don't do anything else except just feed into the same. It's a self-feeding system. Your entire town doesn't really care for Gigantamax stuff. Normal raid days, yeah, exactly. Like I see a lot of interest in like normal raid days and raid hours and stuff like that. Gigantamax, not so much. Like even on days where they have like Gigantamax Snorlax raid day or something like that, I don't have a lot of people sending me invites. So I can just see from that standpoint that the vast majority of the player base couldn't really care much, like doesn't care much about it. People will learn, but they won't. In a game that's in the state that it is, it's not just going to magically get better. People just don't have an interest in it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to gain any more popularity than what it's already got. Nothing's going to change that. Yep. Hype will go up. It's not going to work that way, dude. People understand the system. They just don't like it. As I said, because you can't do anything with the Pokemon except just use them to obtain more of the same type of Pokemon. If it was going to be popular, it already... Like when raids first dropped, look how popular they were in comparison. Yes, it was a different point in the game's existence, like in its lifespan. there was a whole lot more people playing, but people actively wanted to go to raids. We had a raid group around here that lasted for years. You know, people would drop everything to rush out and do a raid at 7 p.m. at night on a cold winter's night. We'd all gather around in the cold and the rain just to do a Rayquaza raid, or it didn't even have to be that. It could just be a normal raid boss, but there was excitement for it back then. You just don't see the same thing for Gigantamax and Dynamax. It just doesn't have the same hype. People just aren't as interested in it. And as I said, it's because they just don't have the same use as a raid Pokemon does. Clutters your bag, to be honest. I'm really happy to get them and add them to the decks and stuff like that, but that's about as far as I'll go with them. I don't go out of my way to chase them down or anything like that. And I mean, I suppose the perfect example is that, I mean, look at all the big PokeTubers and stuff like that. When this system dropped, they didn't go out of their way to really hype it up and, you know, push it and all that sort of stuff. It was just like any other thing that's been added. And, you know, look at all the hype that was around raids when they first came into the game and how long people stayed on board for them. And your first raid boss was a Cresselia when you're getting back into the game. Yeah, my first raid boss was Lugia. Is that a Lugia or an Articuno? I think it might have been a Lugia. That's when raids like first dropped. And that's the difference. I mean, I can still remember my first raids. I don't remember first Dynamax stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Possibly a Beldum. Away flies, my god. When I first got down here, the flies weren't too bad, and I was like, great, I'm gonna have a decent evening tonight. But as I keep walking, they keep building up, and now it's just frustrating. Still not as bad as it was the other day, like on Sunday for Com Day. That was like torture all day. You feel like raids offer more value than a Dynamax? Yeah, that's basically what I've been saying. Like, because a raid Pokemon has more use to it. Because you can use it in PvP. You can use it in other raids. Yeah, just those two things alone. You know, you can use it in trainer battle. Well, you know, that's PvP, but like training up when you're battling the leaders. And you can use it for the Team Rocket battles. And there's just so much more versatility with a regular raid boss than there is with a Gigantamax or Dynamax. They can only be used to feed into the same system, just to obtain more Gigantamax, more Dynamax Pokemon. So yeah, to me, it's just a system that just doesn't have the same appeal to the vast majority of like players. And I think the difference is because a lot of people that are still playing the game, or you know, people to on comparison, gimmick behind them isn't something that they're, you know, too interested in. Sorry if the stream's a little bit choppy. We are at that point of the trail where the walls are up. I mean, they did the same thing with like normal raids. They have like the cutoff times but I think another thing that annoys people is the fact that the Dynamax raids clutter up the screen so much more. Like, that's one of my biggest annoyances with the system, because you can't click on raids, you can't click on gym, raids, gyms, and Pokemon and all that sort of stuff, because you've got all these Dynamax dens that are now in the way. It's like, if you could turn them off, that would be great. Just make it that they don't display on the screen. Even if it's just a temporary thing, just be like, turn off all things for like 20 minutes or something like that. The screen has just become so much more cluttered. Emma, how you doing? Welcome in. That sun's a little bit baity. I'm hoping that I don't get too burnt, if any. Oh my god, it's a Groudon. Yeah, given that I'm only out in it for an hour, I didn't put a sunscreen on, because I'm like, nah, I should be right. We'll see. Also, the max particles limit doesn't help. Sorry, don't forget about that. You can't collect anymore. Yeah, exactly. Unless you're paying more for it, like buying them from the shop. Got the max mushrooms and all that sort of stuff on top of that as well. It definitely seemed like a system that was just introduced to try and make as much money off it as possible, rather than being a feature that people would actually enjoy. I feel like the access to normal raids is a lot more, it's a lot more accessible to your average player. Anyway, we've got into a big discussion about the drawbacks of the Dynamax system in the game. So sorry, Evolution, that we're like raining on your parade. If you enjoy them, then cool, man. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm not trying to take away from your enjoyment of it, but I'm just trying to say, as a whole, I think it just wasn't as well received as, I think Niantic and stuff were hoping. I can definitely tell that it was a system that they were hoping was going to sort of rekindle that 2016 or 2017 or whatever it was hype that was behind raids. But unfortunately, like, there's no bringing that hype back. There's no bringing back the 2016, 2017, even 2018 hype that Pokemon Go had, just because, that's well and truly gone now. Ain't bringing that back. Ain't no bringing that back, I should say. They were the good old days. I miss that hype. Scopely is being mixed bag right now. Adding more quality of life, but also adding more money grabs. They were always going to do that. When you spend as much money as they did on buying a game that's as well into its life cycle as Pokemon Go is, they're definitely going to be trying to make their money back. I mean, it was a big investment on their behalf. So of course there's going to be more money grabs going into the game to just try and get back that money, and then hopefully turn it into a profitable thing before it does die out completely. It's working too, which is insane. I mean, people still enjoy the game. People still want to spend money on the game. I suppose that's what you got. Well, that's what you get when you pay millions of dollars for marketing teams. And I mean, look at the amount of money that they probably made from the Wild Area event. But that event was a huge flop this year. Like, that was one of Pokemon Go's big events for the year. Like not last year, the year before. Like the first wild area that we had was a great event. A lot of people were like, hey, this is like the new best event of the year. It was fantastic. And then last year's one was a huge flop. In comparison to what it could have been, I just feel like it just didn't hit the same. So I guess we'll see how this next tour is going to be. Hopefully it's not also going to be not as good as previous tours, because, you know, tours, Go Fest, and then the wild area were like the three big events that people were looking forward to like all year. And one of them was a flop line. And that was after, you know, so like the takeover and all that sort of stuff. So all we can do is hope that that's not setting a tone for what future big events are going to be like. Only time will tell. But yeah, unfortunately, Pokemon Go is just one of those games now that, yeah, there's only like newcomers and then the really dedicated fan base that are still playing it, sort of thing. So it's never going to be like what it used to be. Hey, how you doing, Leon? Welcome in. And I have a big feeling that once GTA 6 comes out, there's probably going to be another huge drop-off in players. Just because so many people are going to be jumping on board that and then playing that. And yes, I know it's not a mobile game, but I just feel like the hype that's surrounding that game is going to impact the gaming industry as a whole, sort of thing. So there's going to be so many other games which are just going to see massive downturn in player frequency. Like even games like Fortnite and all that sort of stuff, I think are just going to notice a huge, like, just drop off. That ain't never coming up. November. We can keep our fingers crossed for November. We'll see how we go. If they're going to delay it again, cool. I'm one of those people that's happy if they keep delaying it though. Like, keep delaying it to get it right. Just so, I mean, look at how many other big game drops there's been over the last couple of years, which have just flopped because they pushed it out before the cake was ready. At least Rockstar Games is doing the right thing and baking that cake properly until a fork knife is dead. Hey dude, you still play it, don't you? And Eilish was harassing me yesterday that I need to, because supposedly she won a major that requires me to play Fortnite for an hour or something like that. I'm like, hang on a sec. Since when and why do you want me to play Fortnite? Is there something you're not telling me? No, but I just mean in general. I mean, there are so many other games which are going to come out at the same time as GTA 6, like whenever it does come out. There is so many other game releases by other game companies which are sort of up in the air at this point, because they're just like, we want to release this game, but we don't want to release it around the same time as GTA, because whatever releases around the same time is just going to fail. Like, people aren't going to be interested in playing other games when that comes out. So, yeah, there's a lot of games locked in for that fourth quarter of 2026, which I bet you the game companies are sitting there going, well, hopefully we can drop it earlier. They had it penciled in for later in the year, but they're like, you know what, maybe we might need to drop that sooner. After 3 months, you finally got a remote raid pass from a weekly box thingy. I am still to get a remote raid pass from from one of the weekly breakthroughs. You played, it seems nice. What, Fortnite? have a habit of playing dead games. Maybe that's why the games are dying, Fitzy. Maybe it's all your fault. Did you ever stop to think that? Did you ever stop to think that maybe you're the issue? Games are fine until Fitzy comes along. Then he just, unleashes his Fitzy specials on everything, and you are the cause. You are the common denominator in all of this. GTA Online is making too much money. Yeah, but imagine all they have to do is just, one, keep that going, which they can easily do, and two, just make a new version of it for GTA 6. I mean, I guarantee you there is a lot of people which would be clamoring for a new... I mean, look how long GTA 5's been around for. I mean, you can only play around in that city, or the cities, for long before you're just like, you know what? I want something fresh, something new, something exciting. And if they make some sort of feature where you can take a lot of your stuff from, say, GTA 5 into GTA 6, like money and, vehicles, all that sort of stuff, which would be an easy thing for them to do. You hope it is your fault. Who would play GTA when you can go? The vast majority of the world. Did you see the 124 million views for the trailer that happened within 24 hours for GTA? Yeah. I don't think people really care about Undertale in comparison. Maybe you're the issue. Shut up. Have you been talking to... Yes, I have been. Okay, well, because I've been talking, I have no idea which ones of these I've clicked on and which ones I haven't. So, if I'm doubling up my clicks, that's your fault. I feel like there's stuff... Oh, there's a fly walking on me, fair enough. Jimmy Fortnite collab skin went, never. I think I would rather peel off my own skin and sell it a market than Fortnite skin. It's pretty morbid. We got a South Park of Fortnite. But that's what Fortnite does. It just encroaches, well, doesn't encroach because they pay money, but they just take other popular IPs and just put it into their game because they know that their base game is garbage at its core. So they just steal fan bases from other games because it's just like, hey, now you can play as your favorite character in Fortnite. I mean, even the Doomslayer and stuff like that is in Fortnite, and it's like, yeah, no, I don't think this is something that should be in what essentially is a children's game. He's the Doomslayer. He murders demons with his bare hands and a chainsaw. I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy gets an icon skin before. I hope not, okay? I'm not on board with this endeavor. Have you seen the most streamed video game song on Spotify? Just for being out for a month? Nope, I have not. Unless it's music I actually want to listen to, I'm not listening to just random stuff on Spotify. I can't even stand the ads that I get that aren't in my music that I'm listening to. I'm like, why are they advertising this to me? It's clear that I'm not listening to this type of music. We're due for Gen 10. I'm not sure when it's supposed to be dropping. I haven't really been keeping up with the leaks and stuff like that. but I know that it's supposed to be happening sometime soon. They like to do like a 2-year turnaround, and it's been 2 years since Paldea, since Gen 9, so I would assume that it's going to be within the next 6 months. Like, I don't know, dude. I can't really tell you. Literally 1 month's time, Megalovania got more Spotify streams than Minecraft. There's a difference, dude. It's just because that's a song, and people that have ever like played it at some point, that doesn't really signify the popularity of a game and where it's at right now. It's a song. There's so many different versions of it, and it's a very different thing to. Like, I guarantee you all those people that are listening to that song aren't also playing the game. They've played it at some point, but they're not actively playing it at this point in time. So it doesn't really signify anything. Oh, dude, imagine all the money you'll get from it. It'd be funny, and you'll be rich as hell. But what, for having a skin? I mean, sure. But at the same time, it's going to be like a one-time. You're not going to get royalties for that stuff. As I said, they encroach on other people's IPs. And when I say encroach isn't the right word, they take other people's IPs, put them into their own game, pay a lump sum for like, hey, this is how much we want to pay you to put this IP into our game. It'd probably be a pretty hefty, substantial amount of money. I don't think it'd be anything that you could live off for the rest of your life, though. It's not like they're going to pay me $30 million for it. It'd be like a couple at most, if that. I know what it is, impossible. But as I said, it's just a song. It doesn't really signify anything else except people that don't even know the game will listen to just because they've heard the tune and they're like, hey, that's funky. And it doesn't. It's not a true representation of the popularity of something, because it's a 2-minute clip out of something that people can just listen to. And it's been on how many memes and. It's the same thing as when you hear a big uptake in a certain song that's in a popular series or a movie or something like that, and then suddenly this song that's 15 years old just gets hundreds of millions of views out of nowhere, and it's just because people that have seen that movie or played that game or watched that series or something like that are like, oh, that's a cool tune, and then they listen to it on repeat. And I'm not saying that people don't care about the game and all that sort of stuff. I'm just saying that in comparison, like we're making a comparison between a game that's 10 years old at this point and what GTA 6 is going to be when it comes out, and it's like there's no comparison. It's just like GTA 6 is going to, well, GTA in general is just going to appeal to a wider audience. Doesn't that just mean, that's basically what I'm saying, impossible. People just enjoy the tune and they've heard it at other. Like, that's the point that I'm trying to make. Like, it's a good song. It doesn't mean that the movie that it's come from, it doesn't mean that the game that it's come from, it doesn't mean that the series that it's come, is actually any good. It's just that people have listened to a song that was cool, and that's why it's getting so many like plays on Spotify and all that. Like, that's the exact point that I'm trying to make. You blame TikTok. Yeah, exactly. And Reels, TikTok, like not just TikTok in general, but Instagram, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. anywhere where people can upload short form content and they're using songs and stuff in it, it's going to make that popular because people are like, oh, I like this. It's been on like all memes or all these reels that I've seen lately. I want to listen to that. Think you need to get out of 2026 to be, yeah. There's new and better things to dedicate your life to. Oh, my knees. Anyway, what am I getting for dinner? I need food. Gotta get dinner on the way home. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about it before. I was like, could get pizza tonight. I think tonight would be a good pizza night. Get a nice pizza, have some beers, watch some more of the It series. If you guys haven't been watching it, it's a pretty good series. If you like the It movies, you should like the series. Pretty good. Been getting into it. 4 or 5 episodes are already up, so I shouldn't be waiting too much longer. Should be able to start watching it. Year 24 going on to 25 this year. I ain't got time for being those types of debates now. Look, I'm too old to have regular debates with people, alright? I got more important things to do, like working at cheese factories. Series. I thought you would have been aware that they've made a Fallout being all over the. Yes, there it is. It's called Welcome to Derry. It's on HBO Max, and it's sort of about the origins of the It creature. Sorry, yeah, I noticed that there was a bit of chop in the thing. Did you hear what I said, Fitzy? I was answering your question. I don't know if you heard me or not. You're not forgetting the fact that Stephen. People will have their opinions. You got to remember that he was the original writer of the thing. He has nothing to do with 1, the movies, or 2, the series, or anything like that. It's like when J.K. Rowling said all of the stuff that she said, and yeah, it's like that's not really a representation of like the Harry Potter movies or any of that sort of stuff, because they were made by different people, and the original source material. You did not. Okay, what I was saying is it's on HBO Max. It's called Welcome to Derry, and it's about like the origins of the It creature and like how it sort of came to be in Derry and why it's there and all that sort of stuff. It's not a bad series. I've been enjoying it. Like I said, if you like the movies, you'll like the series. You're gonna go to bed. No, dude. Why the lag? Just on the trail down here, because there's a lot of big trees and stuff like that. So it blocks out some of the signal from the internet, and also I'm in Australia and we have terrible internet. Hey Diana, how you doing? Welcome in, good to see you. HBO, did we get that on Disney? Don't think so. No, HBO Max is like a whole nother streaming platform. But I get it for free because it's on it's like part of the Foxtel subscription thing. So yeah, we just randomly got HBO Max for free. Terrible app. Like the stuff on it's good, But in comparison to like Netflix and Prime and all that sort of stuff, the quality of the app is just dog shit. So it's always lagging and dropping out and stuff like that. They definitely need to put more money into developing the app itself, like this streaming platform itself. No, it's good. It's got good stuff on it. Oh, when did you come in, Eilish? I didn't see you pop in. When? You haven't said anything. What are you talking about? That's the first message that I've seen. Hello, Sugar Lops. How you doing? When did you mosey on into the chat? Or have you been stalking me? In India it's morning. Netflix should get it. They own HBO now. Do they? Maybe. But I know that it's like a HBO original series. So. Your daughter is obsessed with this skeleton, and he has one glowing eye, and he's in a blue jumper. He looks like an evil underworld character. Who is he? I'm going to say Charlton Heston. Came in ages ago, scroll up, but you're like, oh, wait, what? You went? I didn't see your message. I did scroll up. When did? I'm scrolling. Nope, I'm going all the way back to the start of the stream, and I did not see. Oh, you have to go now? No worries. I didn't see your other message that you popped into the chat, so maybe it just didn't come through. Because I would have acknowledged you if you came into the chat earlier. I didn't see it. Sometimes they don't just pop, like sometimes, yeah. YouTube will automatically block people's messages for some reason. People just cancelling you now. It's YouTube that's cancelling you. Don't go. Stay. I'm sorry, I can't help it if YouTube blocks your messages. Bad YouTube. How dare you ban her messages? She's so sweet and wait, no. Hang on. Sweet and innocent? You didn't see it at all. See, I didn't think that I didn't see your message pop up at all. And other people didn't either. Ah, somebody deleted a message before you got to it. Oh, okay. Diana, did you? Because I do see a deleted message. Message automatically held by review, hidden by... Oh, wait, was it Chom? I think it says it was withheld by Chom. So maybe Chom did it? Before he left the chat, he was just like, you know what? He doesn't need to speak to her. I'm going to ruin his day. I'm going to ruin the rest of his week, because now she's going to be angry at him. Thanks, Chom. You butthead. Yeah, it was Chom. That's why he bailed. Yeah, he just wanted to get me in trouble. It's like, if I ban her message, he won't see it, and then she'll get angry at him, and then he'll have troubles. And I'm like, no, you don't need troubles. What a butthead. Oh yeah, I got a shiny earlier, guys, as soon as that snuffle popped up. So, funny story. I was on video call with Eilish during her lunch break, and just randomly opened the game, because I was like, you know what? Well, she asked me a question. She's like, what's Spotlight Hour tonight? I'm like, I can't actually remember. I'll let you know. So, open the game, just casually chatting, like chit-chatting away, and a little stuffle just pops up on my screen, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just click this random stuffle. Bang, shiny pops up on the screen. You know what her reply to me was? I stole her shiny. I'm like, how is that even possible? One, you're at work. You're nowhere near my house. Just because we're on the same call as each other does not, in fact, indicate that I stole your shiny in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, cool story. Always still. Shut up, you. Alright, well, we have 4 minutes. You realize you screwed up in bounds? Yeah, probably. What's yours is hers, though. Yeah, see, I don't think that works both ways, though. What's yours is mine. What's mine is also mine. Not yours. Alright, we have 3 minutes left, and I'm back at the car, so I don't really think that there's much point to continue walking. But it really does look like she just decided to, like, up and bail. She's like, I'm going to leave now, and she did. Just because she's mean. Alright. Card it. What do we got? Ah, so she is still here in the chat. Wait. Okay, she's not in the car. I wouldn't put it past her to be hiding in my backseat like some sort of murderer. She gives me those vibes. In fact, you had to justify the shiny show her in the wrong, and it's in fact mine. No. I was just telling everybody about the story. I wasn't trying to justify a thing. There is no justification. I was just informing everybody that you were the one that in fact thought that you were entitled to my shinies. See, no justifications, just entitlement. That would make sense from your generation. Everything's just handed to you on a plate. Hussein, how you doing? No, sorry, Sam, how you doing, man? No, unfortunately no shinies tonight. You're washing up your balls from work, so you can make your overnight wheaties again. All good. Oh, good. One of my friends was playing Pogo with friends, saw one of them had a Shundo Ray, and when they left the phone, he traded the Ray to himself. Dude, seriously? That is like dick moves of dick moves. Are we? Hey, so we are. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. We are sitting on 17. So if we can get it to 20, that would be nice. So yeah, if you're going to, well, if you could, that'd be nice. Just smash that like button. Will I be doing raids? No, I'll be doing raids tomorrow evening, but it's just for Thunderous. Same time, just tomorrow evening for raid hour. But yeah, disappointing that we didn't get a shiny. But it's probably because I did use my shiny vibes earlier today. Just randomly. Just getting. If you don't hit the like button, you'll steal your shinies. Oh, you've been warned, guys. If you would like to keep your shinies, make sure you hit that like button. How close am I to leveling up? There's just still the 2 tasks that I need to do. It's the Million Stardust and the follow a route 7 days in a row. I am yet to do a single route because doing it 7 days in a row feels like torture. But we're over halfway for the Stardust. So they weren't even lucky friends, it was a 1-star. Oof. That's just a dick move. All right, so Spotlight Hour is complete. Gotta be careful now, Jimmy, please. Up to 15 years imprisonment starting today. Like, how do... doing it in the... Wait, what are we talking about, James? Huh? I'm so confused. What's up to 15 years of imprisonment? You did yours, took so long. Off the steering wheel like some sort of non-giving up school guy. You got to day 3 in for the routes and then got stuck over the holiday. I got sick over the holidays, rather. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with everything that's been going on for me over the last month or so, it's been a bit hard to get out and commit to like doing something 7 days in a row. We'll get to it eventually. Might have to try and find somewhere where there's a relatively short route that I can just smash through quickly each day. Like if you see certain things on social media posts or offend someone up to 15 years now, I think it'd have to be pretty significant for them to actually give you 15 years for whatever happened to freedom of speech. That's one of the cornerstones of Western civilization. Of like, you're supposed to have freedom of speech, but yes, we are moving into a fascist state, slowly taking away people's freedoms under the guise of security or keeping things PC and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty stupid, but that's how they dictate. Remove people's freedoms without people realizing that they're removing freedoms because people think that it's for the greater good when that's just called manipulation and brainwashing. Yay! Modern civilization. So I was talking about this with Eilish earlier today when we were chatting, and I said to her that social media is like the worst invention that humans have ever come up with. It has turned people into mindless sheep. People as a whole, for a long time, have been, I mean, pretty gullible when it comes to but it's just way too easy to. I mean, the perfect representation of that is the whole Diddy thing. The reason why he got off so light is because his lawyers and stuff manipulated popular opinion by giving out false information to social media people that were posting it up during the trial because the jury was not sequestered, and so they would just go home and watch all this tripe that was just put out there into the world about how he's not guilty and so on and then he ends up getting off just because people's opinion was manipulated by the people that were defending him. And now, yeah, you see it time and time again. Like, that's just one example. How you doing, Coupon King? Welcome in. You just got your first shiny magic card. It's gold. Hey, nice, dude. Nice. Starting today, like in the UK, they got our speed. I don't think so, dude. I think it would have been something that was a little bit more reported on. You're still saying what you want, you can't. The mainstream media manipulate. Yeah, but it's always been that way. You get people like Rupert Murdoch and stuff like that. That's the owner of Fox Media, which is like one of the biggest news sources in the world, and they just manipulate the narrative to fit in with their own agenda. It's the way that it's always been. But we're getting very political right now, and that's not the point of these streams. So, yeah, what are we sitting on? Hey, we got to 18 likes. Apparently, people don't like when you talk about politics. Go figure. So yeah, cool beans. Yeah, if you haven't already, guys, please do smash that like button. But we're gonna wrap up the stream here. because we are going to go and figure out what we're doing for dinner and stuff like that tonight. I will be back tomorrow evening for Raid Hour, which will be thunderous. So yeah, that's what we will be doing tomorrow evening. So yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, all of that typical YouTube nonsense. And yeah, we'll be doing thunderous reads tomorrow evening. So until then, guys, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe, happy hunting. Good luck for your spotlight hours. Hopefully you guys will get the shiny, the shundo, the hundo, all of that good stuff. And yeah, that's... Oh, we only one like... This is 2 for me, but I don't know. We'll see. One more. Get on it, guys. We usually get a couple after the fact as well, sort of thing, once the stream goes up and people watch it back. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. I am going to wrap up the stream here, but thank you for everybody that has tuned in tonight. I already said that. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow evening. So until then, peace out. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.